What does Bashar say about death?
Well, it's where we are. In other words, that's where we live. We are in spirit right now. It's basically like stepping from one room to another. There's nothing strange about it. It's literally like waking up from a dream. Like when you have a very realistic dream, and no matter how real it seems, when you wake up in the morning, you go, oh wow, that was really realistic, but this is who I really am. Right. This is my real life. So he's basically saying, when you die, it's like you just woke up from that. It's like, well, that was really real, but this is who I really am.
Yeah.
You're waking up into your real self because you're already there. You're just pretending that you're not.
Pretending or not aware?
No,
like
you are aware. A part of the soul, a part of you is having this dream. It's not the total of you. So that's why he's saying, when people die, when they cross over, we miss them more than they miss us because we're already there. They can communicate with us in spirit because we never leave spirit. That's our natural state. We can't leave, but we can pretend we can. We can dream like we can. And that's what physical reality is. It's an opportunity to forget who we are as a timeless being and discover something new. By forgetting, we can remember a new perspective. We can rediscover ourselves. And that's, again, how we grow. That's how creation expands. So that's what physical reality is to him. It's a dream we're having for our own reasons, for our own purposes of growth.
Is being in a higher timeline or higher frequency within that, in that bandwidth, in that tuning of the dial, are we then able to access more of our realities that is going on?
Yes.
Or are we always selecting one? Like, I think the idea of you'd like to go, oh, wouldn't it be so fun in this life if I could remember all these other lives and these other entities that I was and these timelines?
Yes.
But
yes.
Okay, cool.
If it's relevant.
Okay.
So yes, but the idea is that higher frequency is more capable, like a receiver, of receiving higher frequency information. So a person on a higher frequency level is more capable of incorporating awareness of multiple parallel realities, where you're not capable of doing that on a lower frequency. So it's like increasing your bandwidth.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can take more in.
More data.
And therefore you can be more aware of more of reality on all levels.
Is that why we have to move slow? Because I had an experience taking mushrooms that was a guided journey, and in the journey, there was so much information.
Yes.
It was like every question had an answer essentially simultaneously, but it was overwhelming.
Exactly, because we're not used to that.
Exactly, and I went, in that experience, I said, being human is a break from this.
In some ways it is, yes.
Because it's very simple, we're down to like one thought.
You're
in a very linear
focusing on
fashion.
a particular theme, on a particular challenge, one at a time, and you can handle it because you're now experiencing the process as opposed to the instantaneous awareness of it.
When those altered states, what are we doing? What's happening?
We are doing exactly that. We're expanding to a higher bandwidth, but we're practicing it. We're getting used to it. We're using it for our particular exploration, our particular challenges, our particular theme. As Bashar calls all of those things, the ones that are natural, the teachers of the earth, things like that, mushrooms, whatever, they give us the ability to practice getting into that state so that ultimately we don't need the teacher to get into that state.
And is it productive? Has Bashar talked much about its productivity to...
Well, that depends on the person and their willingness to go on that journey and their willingness to learn whatever lessons are there for them. So yes, it can be very productive, but it has to be handled with respect and understanding, and you have to be willing to really open up to a new reality to do that. It is a shamanistic journey.
Gosh, with all these timelines and realities, I feel like this is an applicable question, but are there humans on other planets? Is human just an Earth thing, or are there humans in other places?